Everybody, Jason Burmis here, and this is going to be a very important and unfortunately very disturbing broadcast for some of you that are not acquainted with not only the agenda at hand and how long it has been going on. We are talking about decade after decade after decade of a progression towards a transhumanist movement that, I don't know, makes Mussolini's fascism and Hitler's dictatorship look like Sesame Street. It's really that bad, but hey, whatever. And when a guy like Klaus, good old Klausy Schwab, if you're not familiar, head of the World Economic Forum, talking head for the predator class, and total transhumanist behind the book, okay, and we're going to be showing this clip here. But what I want you to see more than that, because again, this isn't just Klausy boy, but his book, COVID-19, The Great Reset. But, you know, guys like Eric Schmidt and Jared Cohen, The New Digital Age, I need to reread this because it was so many years ago and I pointed out certain things. That's all very real too. And in this clip, as you can see, from over 5 years ago, he's talking about embedding microchips not only in your clothing and in your skin, but also in your brain. Let me say it again now. But also in your brain. And right now, as we are under a medical martial law tyranny, which I'm also going to demonstrate in this video, and unfortunately, unless you have that free Rockfin account, you're probably not going to get to see a lot of it because we can't talk about it. You watch my walk and talk, we're going to go over this very disturbing story. When the bottom line right there says this, America has become a sick dystopia, you bet they have. This is local Fox 32. This is happening 3 hours away from me. All I'm going to say about this is, other than we'll look at this story and show you how it dovetails into this, because as you know, with all the passports, this tyranny is about totalitarianism. But when you can't treat somebody with something that a judge has ordered, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, okay? Period. So we're going to look at that story, okay? We're going to show you this clip of Klaus with a little English underneath so you can understand it. We're going to, again, read as much of that as we can on the other side in Rockfin when we get there. And we're going to encourage all you guys to start thinking about people like Dr. Leanna Wen as total and complete enemies of humanity that are propagating a narrative on behalf of a predator class that is doing more than just enslaving us. It is literally giving our very bodies, our very souls over to these monsters. And we're going to play this clip on YouTube. I'm probably not going to say what I want to say about it. But people like her that are colluding with others to do this, they need to be charged with treason in various countries. So that's where we're going to go with it, guys. Before we get going, 1 week from today, we're going to be having a maskless Mother's Day picnic right here. But in the run up to that, Friday and Saturday night, I'm going to be calling the Caged Aggression fights. I think there's still tickets. You can get it on pay-per-view. If you are in the area, I want you to come down. I want you to be among other people. I want you to come to the picnic the next day with all the free food and the good times. And I want you to have your own picnic at peopleforpicnics.com, because the clip we're about to play is of a monster, okay, of a monster wanting to take that very humanity that I am discussing from you. Make no mistake. And I think I'm going to make it just a little bit smaller, even though it looks like it's going to be larger, so we can get so you can just read it right in there. And then I'm going to show you how odd the censorship on Google is actually getting. It's getting almost cartoon level. So there we go. That's almost perfect right there. Okay. So let's play it. Now, as you can see, this gentleman is talking about chips that will be implanted. And Elon Musk, he hosted Saturday Night Live. Oh, the Musker do. They're pushing this, guys. They're pushing it big. Or did he? When's he supposed to host? Did he host this week, or is it coming up? I think it might be on the 7th. Let me make sure, because that's another story. When's he actually? Did he do it, guys? See, I'm out of the loop. No, on May 8th. So it's next week. That's right. They're pushing Musk next week. I didn't think I missed that. That was something I really did want to check out. And by the way, I want to thank people for the tips. Aaron, thank you so much. Oh, and Flick Off. I love you, man. I love you, man. I know you guys, again, we're in this together. Flick Off is way, 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 way across the world. And we're all feeling it. And by the way, props to London for their badass march. I watched a video on Library. And by the way, we reached over 1,000 followers on Odyssey too. Great. I watched this video with so many people. Every color. Every gender. Not in masks, not in fear, screaming one word: freedom! Freedom! Well, I'll tell you what this guy's doing, that ain't about freedom. So here we go. Today, at the end of all this, we are about to talk about chips that can be implanted.
Au bout de ça, on parle de puces qu'on pourra s'implanter. Ce sera quand ça?
Certainement dans les 10 années à venir.
Certainly in the next 10 years. What's that document, that Future Warfare NASA document that we've been going over? Future Warfare 2025? Certainly in the next 10 years. What's that document say? What do we know about DARPA and these human brain interfaces already? We know that the head of NASA who wrote that paper, Dennis Bushnell, openly said, and we've played it, that over 10,000 human beings had already had human brain interfaces put in them a decade ago. A decade ago, so actually 5 years before this interview.
Et d'abord, on va les implanter dans nos vêtements, c'est-à-dire wearables, comme on le dit. Et après, on pourrait s'imaginer qu'on les implante
in our brains and on our skin. In our brains and in our skin. Elon Musk will be our friend. In our brains and in our skin. You will do what we say, we will control you. But you'll hear music in your head. And the guy who sold it to you, right, who's going to Mars, and he's fighting with Jeff Bezos, the bad billionaire, that guy, you know, don't worry, everything's great. You can listen to rock music or rap. And he's on TV, on SNL, right?
dans nos cerveaux ou dans nos topos. Et à la fin, peut-être il y a une communication directe entre notre cerveau et le monde digital. Ce que nous voyons, c'est une sorte de...
So there it is again, the fusion of the physical, digital, and biological world. I've been telling you this. They are pushing this fourth industrial revolution to eviscerate what is left of an independently thinking humanity who does not want to give up their very soul to the state to merge with machines, to globalism, to a billionaire predator class, bloodlines that have been in power for thousands of years. They're still at the top. Think about, again, I don't know how people can't get their head around that people that wear crowns inherited those crowns and those positions, whether they're in Saudi Arabia or in Europe, from their parents and their parents' parents and their parents' parents' parents, and not because they earned the right for anything. And they are above the law. And we see it today in multiple aspects of life, most glaringly probably in the Epstein case. And this guy wants to tell me that we'll just all have brain chips. Yeah, okay. Okay. So I want to jump over to this story because it is so important. And what we're going to do is we're going to play this clip, and the way they have to play it is just incredible on Fox. But that's going to be on the other side. I want to read this to you because this is the country we live in. Family of Elmhurst, you know what, is in a standoff with the hospital over controversial treatment. Now, we can't say that treatment here, but I can't tell you whether it works or not, or whether I think it works, and I can't play the doctor that's at the Senate hearing. That's two of our strikes. That's two of our strikes for talking about things like this. But this is a 68-year-old woman who was put on a ventilator, okay? And the woman who was worried about her mother got a court order. A judge ruled. All right? She waged lawfare. Good for her. We talk about it all the time. All right? This same man, Ralph Lorizio, has been saving lives. We have that story right here. I want to show that, and he won that. And by the way, a different woman, if you doubt it, you can look this up because, you know, this is reality. Same treatment. Her name is Judith Smeckenwitz, was off the vent in 48 hours afterwards. Lawfare. After lawfare and winning, they still, I don't know where we're at now. I haven't checked today. This is yesterday. I'm hoping and praying she gets justice. But they're still refusing to do it at the hospital. My God. I can't even say what I want to say here. I can't say what I want to say here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play this little monster. Well, where is she? She's right here. We're going to play this little monster. And yeah, and then we're going to Rockfin. We're turning this off over on YouTube. It's been a blast, YouTube, for this one. I don't agree with Leanna Wen on this. I think she's talking about segregation of human beings, the end of the First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, total tyranny. I think that's bad. I think she is actually colluding with others to do this, including people at CNN that are promoting this message. I hope I'm still allowed to believe that. And then we'll play this, and then we'll go to Rockfin. Go make the free Rockfin account right now. Thumbs the video up, subscribe and share. Join the Burmese Brigade if you're new. Send people the links. I want the people that are watching cat videos and, you know, hair tutorials and giant McNugget videos here also to come on over. Gaming videos, come on. Now's the time. I need you. I need you all. All right? Because people like this need to be stopped.
That Dr. Fauci and President Biden have been taking is a societal approach. They're saying there is the light at the end of the tunnel for all of us together. And when we can reduce the level of infection in the community, increase vaccination rates, that's when at some point, hopefully soon, but at some point, we can relax the restrictions. I don't know if that works for many Americans. For many people, it probably does work to say, yes, we're in this together. It's patriotic. We're doing this together.
It's patriotic. It's patriotic to be a slave. It's patriotic to listen to billionaires. It's patriotic. You know who didn't, and this hurt today, by the way. So I went and I met with a third group because I'm really trying to get this picnic together. A third group today. And while I was talking to another gentleman, we were talking and I couldn't help, and we were talking about how far gone it got. And then I looked in front of me, and another person who was not in the group was standing at the bar, and, you know, he wasn't wearing a mask or anything. In fact, 95% of the people, maybe more than that today, over where I was, not wearing anything. And that's why I love this place that I live. Davenport rocks right now. But what do I see? 9/11, never forget on his back. And I go, look, man, what's happening now is not possible without that happening and them gaslighting on us on that and us not doing anything. And this monster here, who's trying to tell you that it's patriotic to listen to people like Anthony Fauci that never wants you to shake hands with another human being again, needs to be stopped. Listen to what else she has to say.
But I think a lot of people are thinking kind of selfishly, thinking what's in it for me. And they're not willing to wait until this elusive herd immunity. If we can tell those individuals who otherwise would not get vaccinated.
Would not get vaccinated if we can tell those individuals.
If we say to them, the moment of freedom for you is when you get vaccinated, when you reach the 2-week mark.
Look, that's the moment of freedom. It already isn't all over the world. All over the world, people are doubled up and they're still wearing their little slave muzzle. What is she talking about? I'm going to stop because we're going hard on the other side. Guys, YouTube, I love you. Can we get 100 thumbs up, though? Can we do that? And can you come over to a platform where I don't have to hold back when a monster tries to tell me when I get my freedom? My freedom was never gone, honey. Never gone. They tried. Believe me, they tried. And I navigated it. And I'm encouraging all of you to do the same. So, YouTube, I love you. But you make that free Rockfin account. You come over. Who knows? Maybe I'm not here tomorrow for this video. Because I've got a monster demon woman trying to tell me when I do and don't have freedom, and I think she needs to be prosecuted for treason. And then I bring up what's going on 3+ hours away from me with a real human being. These are real human beings. They're real moms. You know, I was just reading, Kirk Douglas's wife died at like 102. A year after Kirk, I think he made it to like 101. This woman's 68. The days of 98 years old? I wonder why they're over these days, huh? It's weird. Guys, we're going to continue on. We're going to play that other clip over at Rockfin, but YouTube, it's peace out.